Hey guys, well, it's an exciting day. Progress is on its way. We are starting on some of the pieces that we picked up from the junkyard, and as you can see, Brian is here working to get the emblems off of my new trunk lid. Brian's got the emblems off.
Yeah. Now I gotta get all the glue off.
Yeah.
Looks pretty good.
It does.
The rest where the tag light used to be, but
It's better than the one that's on it.
Oh wow, there's no question. It's just. I mean, I really am trying to see a problem with this. And
Right.
I don't see a problem. That's just lovely. We'll be spending a lot of time with it, so you'll be able to really look at it and know. But
Right.
I would say that's a 100%er right there. That is.
Oh yeah.
That's 100%. That is scuff and spray.
Yep.
I love scuff and sprays. How many women on the planet do you think are painting their
cars?
How many women on the planet do you think are actually doing that right now?
I'd probably say not many.
No.
But, you know, this is a new experience for me because I've never done this before. So I'm very, very fortunate to have Brian here who knows what he's doing and can guide me in the right direction.
I know enough to get me in trouble. I worked in a body shop, but I did auto repair, so I got to learn from Ray.
Right.
And I worked with him a bunch of years. I learned a lot of things, and I took interest in it, and I thought about it as a career when I got out of high school, but I always had sinus problems and stuff, and I never cared for dust.
Oh, yeah.
I remember being in Votech and doing wood shop, and I was just, my sinuses were like, I ain't going to be a wood guy. So I know I'm not going to be a carpenter.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
want to deal with that.
Right.
And I had already been around carpenters and certain types of guys, and I was like, you know, that's just not my forte. And body shop was another cool thing because, oh my God, look what you can do. You can paint things and make cars, or paint cars, make them look good.
Right.
But me, I wasn't more about appearances. I was more interested in what was under the hood.
Right.
I wanted to go fast. I didn't care what it looked like.
Right.
All I wanted to do is kick ass on the street in a fast car, and no one would ever expect it because it doesn't look like something that would kick your ass.
Right.
Hence why there's a Supra in the garage.
Right.
You know?
I see what you mean about this carb cleaner.
Yeah, it takes paint off.
Oh yeah, you gotta be careful.
Totally. But hence, that's not my life.
Nope.
I became an auto mechanic, and now I'm
Yep.
nearly 30 years deep in this.
Your path
doing all
was
this
different.
stuff. Working for a living, just fixing cars that are just junk, and I don't even want to work on Fords and Chevys and all this garbage they make.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to work with Toyotas very much because you never really saw them in the shop.
Yeah,
Because they didn't break down. That's why I was always the outsider. All the guys I worked with are all way older than me back then. They were in carburetors yet.
Right.
You know, so Japanese stuff was like Pearl Harbor yet to them. Like they were, all American, and I'm all American. I just wanted America to build a car that was as good as a Corolla,
Right.
or a Camry,
Right.
or a Supra. And that, from my experience, was not what I saw. Ask any mechanic who's professional, what's the most reliable brand, and usually the things you hear most are Toyota and Honda. So if their wives, you bet your bottoms, are driving Lexuses. Now maybe he drives it, and he's one of those kind of guys in the closet, and he's like, man, this thing is beautiful. This thing drives so sweet compared to my celebrity or whatever he's driving, his Chevy whatever. And you know what happens with that, right?
Right. What?
He's just in the closet. It's like guys that hate
he
certain
doesn't want
cars,
to
but
admit.
yet they really have this. They really like it too.
Right.
But it's like tribal. They have to stick with this camp.
Right.
They have to stay in the Ford camp because that's what their dads had, their granddads had.
Right.
My parents had a freaking mix of everything, and I still became. In fact, I converted them to Toyota people because I knew if I was a mechanic, you're gonna have to help your parents out. And guess what?
Right.
If they all drove Toyotas, you don't have to worry about having to go fix it all the time, which was fantastic. I benefited so many ways, and my sister. I had everybody converted.
Yeah.
My aunt and uncle were driving Chevys. They're both driving. The one's a Honda, my aunt's driving a Civic.
Right.
And my uncle's driving a Tundra. So,
Yeah.
the good word goes far.
Oh yeah, totally.
Because I can say we are not professional body people and
No.
painters. you guys go back and look at the Polara. You know, I'm not about putting quarters and, you know, welding trunk floors in, which with the Polara, I'm lucky you didn't have to do any of that crap. But patching, oh yeah. Could I have gone to better patch school? Yeah. You know, you ask guys that do it professionally, they'll still patch it up and they'll do a patch and goes. You know why? Because it's easy and it gets it out the door.
Right.
You know, that's part of the business.
Yeah.
You know, you can get away with stuff in body repair, but auto repair, you can't really cut corners or cheat. Because you can't really cheat it.
Right.
It gets you, though. There's no way to kind of cheat it, which is what makes auto repair fun. It keeps you honest.
Right.
The problem with it is just there's guys that are young and they go up to the service writer and they say, I got code whatever for an oxygen sensor. It's going to need an oxygen sensor. And my first question is, are you sure?
Yeah.
Did you scan it? Is it alive? Are you sure?
Right.
You know, I call the customer and I'm charging them 4 bills plus installation for an oxygen sensor, and that comes back in 5 key cycles. Your ass is mine, boy.
Right.
So go out and know. And if you don't know, that's where you have to get experience, because so many guys make mistakes because of what a computer tells them, and that's always not necessarily what's really wrong.
Right.
Ground problems, you know?
Yeah.
Some of the most unbelievably simplest things can cause a lot of havoc with modern cars and electronics. And that's what makes it a pain in the ass why I got out of it, because I ain't dealing with that anymore. Too much junk. It's disappointing because the quality is so bad. You know, they don't even take the time to put seam sealer under trucks. They don't do anything. They don't care.
Nope.
Just let it rot. They don't care.
They want you to buy another.
You know, and I used to always say to guys, you know, how much milk can you get from the cow before the cow just can't do it no more?
Right.
What's wrong with just having the milk? Why do every year you got to keep doing it?
Right.
You got to engineer dipsticks out of the equation to save some dollars for the taxpayer. Really?
Yeah, that's
you couldn't give us a
unbelievable.
transmission dipstick? Look, how many modern cars have no dipstick? How are you supposed to know? An F-150, you can't physically check your trans fluid. You have to lay under the truck on the passenger side, reach your arm up, and take out a little tiny dipstick on the side of the transmission above the pipe. And then you have to fill it down there. Ford.
Wow.
Yeah, anybody that knows what I'm talking about knows how infuriating it is. Dodge doesn't even give you they give you the tube, but you gotta buy the dipstick if you want it.
No way.
Oh yeah, isn't that some shit?
Wow.
Oh, that's true.
Them cheap bastards.
Man, isn't it insane?
Yeah.
Isn't it insane? They take one thing out of the vehicle you need, most definitely, and they sell it to you separate if you even care to want to know. Wow.
Right.
That's wonderful.
Right.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah,
you know,
totally.
That's oh man, that's the reality of it.
Yeah.
It's
it
awful.
Is.
How's it looking over there, you know?
It's looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. This lid is so nice.
Yeah. When I took the Elantra emblems off that I walked over to your car and held them up against, they're actually both smaller.
Oh, really?
When you walk over, compare.
Huh.
We'll outro with that.
Yeah.
Because that's pretty nifty.
All right.
Can we do the Elantra one first?
Sure.
So this was 03.
Look at that.
Yeah. There's not enough sticky on it to make it stick, but you get the idea.
Oh, yeah. Huh. Yeah, look at that.
Totally different.
Yep.
Thinner for sure.
Yeah.
You were right on that.
Right.
Prettier emblem, the original emblem.
It is.
So for all these Elantra geeks out there that are all numbers matching, an
Right.
01 is unique to all the other models.
Yes.
Because it's the first year for this car.
Yes.
01 was the first year they debuted this car. So there's a lot of interesting collectibles for this, Gail. You can buy the whole press packet for 2001. Like, it's just...
Wow.
You can buy all kinds of interesting swag for an 01 if you really wanted it. Look at that one.
Yeah.
Totally different. This looks more Korean.
It does.
That's what I love about it. It got more bold for the other next year. They decided they wanted it bolder.
Yeah.
But I like this. That's prettier. This is more, to me, the script that's on it right now is more Korean, and I like that.
Right.
And that's only a 2001.
Yeah.
It's funny, I've looked at scripts on the backs of every single one of these in junkyards, and I have never ever seen that font before.
Huh. Well, now we have.
Because 01s were the first to go. You know, plus there was like 28,000 less of them built in 2001.
Right.
So they sold a lot less of them. The following year, the 02s, then it boomed. So
Yeah.
there's less of these produced than any of the years they made this mod body style. So you got the lowest numbered production.
Yeah.
If you're gonna get an Elantra and you want like numbers matching, there's your font, check it out. The only other thing was the door tag is on the door, not
Yes.
not the pillar.
Right.
That's only 01. That tells you you got an 01 because it's there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
Yep. You want to open the door and show them that?
Yeah, sure. Don't worry, you numbers matching guys. We're gonna check the numbers on this tag, and we're gonna decode it for you all, you geeks. I think it goes this way.
Yeah.
But we'll decode everything, and we'll check the serial number. We'll tell you what planet was built in, probably what day.
Yeah.
Maybe it was built on some day special, which always is cool. Plus,
Yeah.
it's a September car, which is the very first month they sold them in the United States.
Yeah.
So this was on the boat first, probably.
Right.
If you think about it, I think
I
the
know.
serial number is like 500 or something of the batch.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that pretty gnarly?
Yeah, that is pretty
It's
cool.
like the first probably Hyundai tanker ship that delivered these to the United States.
Right.
Your car ended up going to Doylestown, Pennsylvania.
Tina was on it.
Tina was on the first boat,
Yeah.
probably, which makes it kind of cool.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Totally.
Kind of really, is it worth it? Yeah, because if you have an inexpensive car that's easy to take care of and easy on the wallet,
Right.
it's worth painting it. It's
Right.
worth fixing them up, guys. If you find a nice one that's not rusted out and it just needs lots of love and cosmetics,
Right.
you can do the same thing we're doing. Scuff it up and
Yeah.
have somebody spray it. If you do all the prep work on it, for the most part, if you have a paint shop do it, the estimate will be cheaper if you prepare ahead of time.
Right.
And you can just follow along what we're doing because we're going to be masking tape and sanding parts and prepping things and
Yeah.
cutting edges and
Yeah,
we're gonna
lots
go
of
through rolls
stuff.
of tape and paint and
I
it's
know.
a lot to do this. You have to be committed, you know. You
Oh,
have
yeah.
to really seriously want to do this, and you know
Oh,
what?
yeah.
For this, I mean, why not?
Right.
Nobody else on YouTube's doing it.
Nope.